welcome back to another video here with Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. In today's video, guys, now for the Mr. or Mrs. Sassy commenter, I am well aware that you cannot sublimate onto dark fabric, okay? I just want to go ahead and get that out the way. I am well aware that we cannot sublimate onto dark fabric. This is a hack, my love. It's a hack. It's a hack, my love. It's a hack. Okay, now that we've gotten that out the way, we're sublimating on some dark fabric, right? Using a hack. We are doing the glitter. It's a sublimation on glitter hack, and I am going to put it onto this black shirt. Now, when I first started doing sublimation on dark fabrics, there's a million different hacks out there that you can do. Sublimating on glitter is one of them that I truly love because the glitter gives the shirt a kind of little pop to it. The issue is that sometimes when you're trying to line up the image onto the glitter, you don't necessarily line it up all the way, and you kind of maybe get a white outline or it's crooked. So I was scrolling on Instagram one day, and I think it was Patrick or it was the Siser. It was either the Siser Instagram or it was Patrick from Siser's Instagram. I can't remember which one, or maybe it was both. But I was scrolling and I saw them post this hack, and then they did a live on it. So, and of course I went and watched that as well. So shout out to Siser, shout out to Patrick for this hack. It's amazing. I love it, and I decided to go ahead and try it out. But basically what it is you're sublimating onto the glitter before you cut it, and then you put the glitter iron on after you've sublimated onto it through your cutting machine, so that you don't get that, you know, pesky little white outline, which is, you know, how we got this image here. And then I did go ahead and add some puff vinyl down to the bottom here. This is not the sublimation part. This is just some regular puff vinyl that I added, but we are doing this from start to finish. I'm going to be using Leonardo Design Studio as well as my Siser Romeo cutting machine. I'm going to show you how to get it set up in your software. There is a certain way that you have to mirror it or don't mirror it, so that you make sure that it gets lined up correctly, so that you can get it through your cutting machine to do the print and cut feature, essentially on iron on. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, we're doing this start to finish, so definitely go ahead and stick around for that. All right, guys, so we're going to start off in Leonardo Design Studio Pro, which is what I'm going to be using to cut my files today. I did get this image here from Creative Fabrica. I know I always forget to leave the Creative Fabrica link, but I will definitely try to remember to link it today. But I got this image from Creative Fabrica, and then I went ahead and I added this text here, which, let me see if I can figure out what the text is. It's called Love Comic, which I'm pretty sure also came from Creative Fabrica. And then I just added a flag warp to it. Okay, so that's how I got it to be kind of warped like that. So I'm not going to go into detail about how I did that because that's not what the tutorial is about today. I wanted to show you how we're going to print this to make sure that these corners here get lined up the way that they need to. Because with sublimation, we always like to mirror, and you do need to mirror, but there's a certain way that you do it in Leonardo Design Studio, especially if you have your settings set in your printer settings already to mirror. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the text off the canvas for now, and I'm going to go ahead and send the design, which is a print and cut job. This is the main focus of the video. This is what I'm going to be pressing onto the glitter and then cutting. Okay, so over here in my set print size, now if I mirror right here in Leonardo Design Studio, right here, if I check this mirror button, right, that is simply going to mirror my image, but it is not going to mirror these corners. Okay, so when I go to flip this over and press it onto my glitter, this corner here is still going to be on this side. So when I print it, it's still going to be on this side. So when I flip this over to press it, that means that this arrow is going to end up over here on this side. Okay, we want this arrow to be on this side. So with that being said, I am not going to mirror here.
but I am going to mirror on my printer settings. So, and I'll show you how to do that now. I'm going to do the, when you go to send it to the printer, we're going to go over here to properties. These are my settings here. But then if you go over to more options, or I'm using an Epson Ecotech 8550, this is how mine is set up, but I'm going to make sure it's mirrored here. This is going to mirror everything, including these here, okay? So when it comes out of the printer, this arrow is going to be on this side. But when I go to press it onto my glitter, because we have to flip it face down, it's going to end up being on the correct side for when I go to cut it. This was the biggest part that I wanted to show you. Mirror it through your printer, not through Leonardo Design Studio, okay? So with that being said, I'm going to get everything cut out, get my glitter, and then I will meet you over at the Siser Romeo, and I'm going to show you how we cut it, or press it and then cut it.
Okay, so I had to redo it because it stuck to itself. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my carrier sheet that I had peeled the glitter from, and we're going to put the carrier sheet shiny side down back onto the mat. Actually, no, I don't want to do that because I do want to trim it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glitter back onto the carrier sheet first, and then we'll trim it. And I think this is cool enough now, so hopefully I don't have no sticking issues. But I don't want it to touch just in case. Okay. I'm going to put my piece of glitter. Actually, sorry y'all, I'm gonna trim it a tiny bit just around the edges so I can get it nice and lined up. I'm not cutting off my registration marks. I'm cutting right outside of my registration marks, which will essentially make my piece of glitter just a tiny bit smaller than my carrier sheet, so I can get it lined up on there, and then I can trim the carrier sheet as well. Because all of this is going to be cut off anyway, and we're just simply going to have the image when it's all said and done. So it's, you know, if you want to trim around it, it's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to line this back up on the carrier sheet. Image side up. Okay. And now I'm going to trim the rest of the carrier sheet off. So then we'll just have the piece of glitter with the sheet, and then we'll put that onto the mat. And this is going to be basically the print and cut operation instead of like a basic cut operation. Okay. Now I'm going to line it up on my mat exactly how it is on the, let me see, I'm gonna put this on the 12 by 20, 12 by 12. Okay. Now we're going to line this up exactly how it's shown in Leonardo Design Studio. Okay, and our blade's gonna go right here. So now I'm gonna go ahead and load this into the machine. I'm gonna pull this down a little bit. I'm going to put this on the glitter setting. And then we're going to line up, we are going to line up the blade with the corner. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to mirror it again, but that looks good. Okay, now let me reline this up. And then we are going to send to cutter. All right, so let's go ahead and take it out. Hold on, y'all. I forgot to set up my phone for TikTok. For Instagram. But now what we're essentially gonna do is just do a like a peel, like remove it from the carrier sheet. The excess glitter. So this is the part that cut off. Now I do have a lot of little pieces here. They didn't necessarily cut through all the way, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm mostly worried about the image, the bigger image. And I could have upped my pressure a tiny bit. So it cut, but it's not like super clean. But again, that's just a simple, I could have just upped my pressure just a tiny bit. But this looks really good, considering. Look how good that cut through. That looks so good. Okay, but see how my design has these little small pieces here. If I were doing like Siser Color DTV, I would just kind of take some transfer paper to get that up, to get the whole, like everything up. But because this is glitter, I'm not gonna worry about it. So now what I'm gonna do is remove this from the carrier sheet here, pulling it gently to not rip it, because it's just a little, not stuck, but you know, it's on there just a little bit. Okay. And here's our image. Now we're gonna go ahead and go over to the heat press, and we're going to press this onto our shirt. All right, so my press is pretty much, I had to wait for it to cool down. So we pressed the image at 400 degrees, and I had to bring it back down because I am adding some puff. I need it to be at 280 degrees. So that's what I have been waiting for. So I'm gonna go ahead and press my image first, and I'm just getting it lined up. Now I want to hurry up and move quickly because I don't want it to curl up on me from the heat. I am going to cover it with just a little bit of parchment paper just in case some ink wants to release. It's not going to release onto my press. I'm only going to press this for 10 seconds. I'm at 290 degrees for 10 seconds. I want to do a tack down because I am going to give this a second press. Why is my... all this dinging and ringing that's going on? I don't know what that was about. But yeah, okay. So that's nice and tacked down. So that was 285 degrees for 10 seconds. I'm not sure why it continued to ring after it opened, but whatever. I'm going to go ahead and add my puff now to each side, and I'm using blue and purple. And then again, I am going to cover the image. Again, there's sublimation ink here. I don't want there to be any ink release onto my press, so that's why I'm covering it. And now we're at 280 for 10 seconds for the puff, and then the glitter is getting a second press, so it should be good to go. Okay, my puff does not look like it puffed at all, so let me try that again. I'm gonna add a pressing pillow to it. These are some different colors, you guys. If you're, you know, not new to my, or if you are new to my channel, puff, like, different colors require different things. I haven't used these two colors in a while, so they just may be colors that require a little bit more pressure, which is fine. In order to achieve that, instead of, you know, adjusting my knob, I'm going to go ahead and add a pressing pillow, and that should work. But stuff like the Siser metallic or even the Atlanta vinyl metallic doesn't necessarily require. This blue does not want to do what it's supposed to do. What is happening? Okay, there we go. That looks so cute. That looks so cute. All right, I'm gonna turn this off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys so I can show you. This shirt looks so cute. So this is the star of the show, which is our sublimation on the glitter. Hopefully you guys can see the glitter, and we don't have that infamous outline that sometimes happens when you are trying to press onto or sublimate onto white glitter. We have a nice clean outline there. And then I went ahead and I added the puff letters, hopefully you can see it, just to make it pop a little bit more. But this is it's a simple hack. It does require a little bit more steps, but if you are, you know, very tedious, or not even tedious, if you're very, you know, particular about, I don't want that white outline, then the extra steps are definitely worth it. So it's just personal preference on how you want to do it. Or, you know, if you are a lining up pro and you don't get the white outline, then, you know, I love that for you. But this is just another hack, you guys, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But that's all I have for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, bye guys.